Hello, bad weather freak. I have another update for you guys as we are nearing the beginning of the hurricane season in the Atlantic, June 1st, 2026. And I posted a video before talking about this. And again, I'm not taking this with a grain of, basically taking it with a grain of salt. That's what I want to say. Not taking it with any weight because, of course, the models are not going to be too reliable when you try to forecast a storm 7 to 10 days out. But I've mentioned it before that every time you start seeing more and more consistency, it's time to basically keep an eye on it, not freak out or anything like that, but just stay weather alert basically. And for since I would say for the past couple of days, the GFS has been hinting about a potential low pressure system developing in the Western Caribbean, and of course, sometimes it has been like blowing it up into a hurricane coming to Florida, and then kind of nothing literally on the next run, just something really weak, and that's going to continue to happen. But once you start seeing the pattern continuously, then the forecasting model may be up to something, maybe up to sensing that a potential storm forming. Now, as of this morning, this is the GFS run. If I move it into the future, this is May 27. I mean, there's a ton of moisture, of course, in the Gulf and the near the Bahamas and Western Caribbean. And if you guys focus on this area here, let me kind of highlight it. This is the pocket where the GFS keeps wanting to develop it. And, 1,002 millibars, that's a tropical depression crossing over Cuba, kind of intensifying a little bit into the 990s, and then just going out to sea, which obviously that will be the best case scenario. And again, is this going to really happen? Most likely not. But I wanted to bring that to your attention because, again, it keeps happening. It keeps happening with every run. So that's something that we need to pay attention to. Now, let's take a look at the satellite imagery. I want to do let me see if I can do a wide scan because I want to show you what it's happening. Especially, I posted a short video earlier of what it's happening in Alabama. There's some tornado warnings actually. But let's do the Gulf of Mexico real quick. There's a ton of moisture, of course, happening. And if I zoom in into Florida, you guys can see that some showers are starting to pop up in central to northern Florida here. Same thing with Cuba, a little bit of showers in Cuba, western tip of Cuba. And then this is basically what I'm talking about here. I mean, you guys can see how that flare up there have seemed pretty robust. And that's something that, again, you guys need to be paying attention if you are in Alabama, Mississippi, into the Florida Panhandle, and further north, Georgia. This system or this line of thunderstorms may actually bring some severe weather to your area, and it is looking like it. I mean, like I mentioned before, there are multiple, well, at least one that I saw, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised if there are multiple tornado warnings for Louisiana or Alabama. I'm sorry, for Alabama. Now let's take a look. Let me go back into trying to see if I can find more of a state, kind of like a let's see, like a United States. Well, let's do this one here. And if I zoom in, I mean, you guys can see basically what it's happening there. Flare up basically happening in Mississippi, and then just kind of bleeding off and moving east very rapidly towards Alabama. So if you guys are in the Mississippi, if you guys are even in Texas, all the way to Georgia at this point, and even in Florida, you guys need to be paying attention for potential severe weather. Let's take a look at the quickly at the ocean analysis. Let's take a look at the El Nino or CDAS Nino 3.4 index. So you guys can see it seems like it's starting to curve back up and continue to warm up in the Pacific. Now, if I go to the CDAS, I like this chart better. I mean, you guys can see how much warmer it's getting in comparison, of course, to the average sea surface temperature. I mean, you guys can see all this here, how much warmer than normal is getting. Now, the Atlantic in general is not as warm, but in general, I mean, it's definitely fairly warm. So, one thing I wanted to point out as well is that I did a little bit of research yesterday. I was trying to compare other El Nino seasons. I've mentioned in my previous videos 1992, so I did 1992. I compared 1997, which is another notable El Nino, and 2015 as well, and then of course 2026. So I compared those 4 years, and what is the common denominator is that, let's face it, you could do a whole global map of how the sea surface temperatures are. There's no denying that the overall global temperature, it is much warmer than 1990s. What I'm trying to say with that is, as the years keep progressing, the global temperature keeps rising, and that alone can fuel, even on a slow season, can definitely cause some kind of spin up or a low pressure system to develop into a storm. Now, I'm not calling a Cat 5 or anything like that, but the point is that if you compare slow season in the 90s, a slow season in the 2020s, how we are now, there's going to be a higher chance that even in a Nino or even Super El Nino, we may see some activity that normally, when the global temperature was cooler back 30 years ago, that wouldn't have happened. Again, I'm not saying we're going to have a ton of activity, but I'm expecting more activity even on an El Nino year in the Atlantic versus a 1990s hurricane season. But that's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share with your families and friends, especially those directly in the impact zone in Alabama, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, and Florida. Please, please, please stay safe. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.